as they grow up to be men, that they continue to keep working and persevering to be what they want to be. And that's what we're called to do. And unless you're part of our family, you wouldn't understand. But if you're a Gopher part of our family, you understand.
Hello, I'm Matthew Davidson, and this is the Prairie ISD Sports Talk Show. Today we are at the great Gopher Warrior Bowl, and we have our special guest, Coach Anthony Tademy, head coach of the Prairie Gophers. How's it going, Coach?
All is well. Good to see you.
Let's get to it. All right, Coach, so let's dive into your past. You know, where'd you grow up at, and where'd you go to high school, college, and how did you get into coaching?
I grew up in Jacksonville, Arkansas. My father retired military, so I'm a military brat. And I went to Jacksonville High School and kind of been all over, really. It's been very interesting.
You want to talk about Jacksonville? I mean, Arkansas, right?
Yeah, Jacksonville, Arkansas is about 9 miles from Little Rock. It's right off the Air Force Base. It was a small town then. It's grown a lot now, and I still have friends that I try to keep in touch with. It was a great place growing up, a great time. We had friends that we won the first state championship ever in the school history. That's been a big part of my life. The big part, my next door neighbor was our head coach, Bill Reed, and his sons. His oldest son's a coach, been coaching for a long time too, and it's been a good ride.
All right, so you leave high school, you go on to become a man. Where do you go play at, and where do you go to college?
I went to Louisiana Tech. Went out of state, went to Louisiana Tech, played there 4 years. Was a student coach after I was done playing. They ended up, had a great guy named Carl Torbush. Coach Torbush was my position coach when I was there my senior year. And after I finished playing, he comes up to me one day and says, "Hey, have you ever thought about coaching?" And wow, I knew I had to do something, and I knew I liked it, and I've been doing it ever since. And Coach Torbush is the one that got me started. I played for Coach Maxie Lambright, who was a legend. Coach Billy Brewer, who I followed to Ole Miss. Yeah, I've been an Ole Miss Rebel. So that's where I was a graduate assistant, SEC. Saw Paul Bear Bryant, Coach Paul Bear Bryant there, leaned against the goalpost. I'll never forget that when we played Alabama. So God's blessed me, with my family, coaches, people I've been around to help show me the way in growing up. And that's all really I'm called to do.
So a lot of people don't know, and some people do. You actually got to coach with Gary Patterson at TCU. You just want to kind of talk about that longevity of you being there and how it was for you and your family?
Well, it was great. Got there in 2005. My first game was Oklahoma. They had a running back named Adrian Peterson. I had never coached at a level that high at TCU. What people don't know about Coach Patterson, he's 100% on the mark really every day. He's the hardest working head coach I've ever seen every day in practice. And that's how we did every day. Everybody knew their job. Everybody worked hard as a coaching staff, as a support staff to do the best they could. It was all the little things behind the scenes and then the Rose Bowl year when we won the Rose Bowl. I mean, you talk about it, but I learned a lot from Coach Patterson and his 100% effort and how we did things.
So that was whenever your kids were younger. As your kids began to get older, you wanted to be more involved in their lives and you wanted to coach them. Where did you guys move, and where did you become a head coach at after that?
Well, when I left TCU, I ended up at some point getting a job at Katie Tompkins High School in Houston, Texas, in west of Houston, and I was a head coach. But the great thing about it, I was able to coach my two sons, and that was a dream come true. As a college coach, we spend a lot of time away from our families. We spend a time away from the home, and God gave me a chance to coach my two sons, and it was the best thing ever happened to me. And so I've been really blessed. And so I went to Katie Tompkins, And then as years have it, I've been here going on my 5th year.
All right, so Coach, last year you made history for a lot of different reasons. You have a home playoff game. That's never been done. You win the home playoff game. That's never been done. And you go to the second round. That hasn't been done in over 30 years, 32 years, 33 years, actually. So just kind of talk about what that was like to go on that journey and how you've been able to get the kids to learn from that and moving forward.
Well, it was great. I mean, it's an everyday thing to see how the young men have bought into what we do. To have a chance to be focused together, to work for a goal, that was the greatest feeling in the world. When the people in our room, the people in our locker room cared enough about each other to fight for each other on a daily basis, and then have it when you turn around and look at the end, look what we've accomplished together. That was the funnest part. That was the thing that brought me more joy. Looking in their eyes and their faces, looking in our fans' faces on some of the things we did, and we want to continue to build from it. And we have a great group of young men. We got to keep working. We got to keep persevering. I told them the other day, I said, football is a lot like life. It teaches you ups and downs, but it's not so much what you go through, but it's how you respond. And they bought into it. We talk about the G family. When we break, we'll break on the G, 1, 2, 3, G, 4, 5, 6 family. They came up with the family. They came up with the breaking the 4, 5, 6. Simon and Savion and those guys, they came up with that. And we are a family. It brings joy to my heart and our hearts. I just want to see them smile, because when they smile, we know and I know that we're helping them get a goal that they're going after. And as they grow up to be men, that they continue to keep working and persevering to be what they want to be. And that's what we're called to do. And unless you're part of our family, you wouldn't understand. But if you're a Gopher part of our family, you understand.
That's right. That is some great content right there, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Tony Tademy letting you guys know about this Gopher football program. All right, Coach, so we just want to talk about kind of the leadership that you guys have. You just want to kind of talk about a couple of guys that might, really embark and kind of show what you guys embody as a football team.
Oh yeah, we've got a great group of seniors. We have, in leaders, you can have vocal leaders, you can have guys that lead by example. Simon Jackson, I mean, he's a leader. He's an everyday leader. You got Miles Johnson, who's a quiet leader, leads by example. I can name a lot of guys. You got Chris Campbell. He's like the big brother. He leads by just his force and what he does. You got Albert Vasquez, who leads by example. He's the guy that brings the emotion too, and we bond together, and it's kind of fun, and it's really fun, and they've really been through a lot, and we really appreciate all of them.
All right, Coach. So now we're going to jump into some rapid fire questions.
All right.
Favorite artist?
Prince.
Love Prince. Dog or cat?
Dog.
I love dogs. I'm a dog guy. Favorite pro athlete of all time?
Dan Hampton, Chicago Bears.
Tell me something you know about him.
I played high school ball with him.
Wow.
We used to go watch him playing a rock and roll band before he became Dan Hampton.
That is crazy. All pro.
I grew up with him. Yes.
Man.
True story.
Dude, hidden talent that you have.
I'm gonna keep it secret. Next,
got you. Okay. Favorite food?
Steak.
Favorite movie?
Oh, I like old westerns, cowboy movies.
Old westerns?
No doubt.
Like that. Apple or Android?
Are these phones?
Mm-hmm.
iPhone.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate you answering our rapid fire questions. We are so thankful for you giving us your time, and we want to tell you keep doing what you're doing, and we support you so much, Coach.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the senior captain of the Grand Prairie Gophers, #1 defensive back, Simon Jackson V.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's it going, Simon?
Doing amazing. How you doing?
I'm doing great. All right. So we're going to jump right into it. Simon, where are you from? Where'd you grow up? And when did you start playing sports and football?
Okay, so I grew up in the city of Grand Prairie, where we at right now. Started playing football at the age of, I want to say 4, but I swear I seen pictures when I had pads on at 2 years old. But, I just love the game. Just been around it for so long.
All right, so going into middle school, when did you start to know that football was something that you were good at?
Just being around the game for so long. My dad just coaching me, saying I can get paid a lot of money doing this. So I said, okay, I'm gonna stay with it.
All right. So you're going into your freshman year. You come here to be a Gopher, and you play your freshman ball. How did that freshman season go?
It didn't go as I wanted to, but just being around the coaches and the environment, I just loved it. So I said, I gotta stay here. I just love it.
So as a sophomore, you're going into your sophomore year. Are you on JV? Are you on varsity? How does that whole season go for you?
I started on JV, played the first scrimmage on JV. Then I got moved up for the first game on varsity, and then played for the rest of the season on varsity.
All right. So then your junior year, we go 2 rounds deep in the playoffs. We only lose 1 game in district to Martin last year. On that run, how many interceptions did you have?
I had five interceptions.
5 interceptions. Now this season, it's like people won't even throw your way. Just kind of talk about, getting the respect of your opponents and the way that you've been able to play on the football field in this district.
Just the great teams I play against. They got the schemes they run. I just got to be able to prepare for them so I can do the things I want to do. So, I just love it.
All right, let's shift gears, Simon, and let's kind of jump over to what you did last year and how you were able to translate that to your senior year this year and how you've grown with training, if you train outside of football as well.
I train with Flight Skills. It's my guy right there. Get the DB work in, but transitioning to this year, just being a leader. We had a bunch of seniors leave last year, but I said I got to take over the team and lead them into to a better future.
Talk about the kind of things in practice that you guys do with competition that help you grow as well.
We do one-on-ones. We do good on good, varsity against varsity. I just love the competition where the coaches getting involved, coaches screaming. I just love the environment.
When you leave, what are you going to miss the most about being at this campus and on this football team?
The environment. I love it. Every time we come in school, football players, we walk in there, we got fans saying, hey, students, the teachers. I just love the environment here and the coaches, too.
You just want to talk about what you do in the classroom as well. I know you're very intelligent on the field, but talk about the classroom and your grades and your GPA.
I have a 3.8 GPA. I love the teachers here. They help me out very much with the AP classes I take, and I just get my grades done. I just get my stuff done so I can have a good future.
So we've been hearing that you've been having some schools talk to you. We won't talk about which ones, but we know it's more than 3. With those schools, what are you looking at of an education and a college to fit you as a football player?
Well, I want to be a coach when I grow up, so I just want to see a school that has like kinesiology and stuff like that, so I can have a good football career there too, with good 4 years.
So kinesiology, you would like to be a trainer and a coach/trainer, and that's kind of your path you're going to take.
Yes, sir.
Now your father, he coaches a lot of youth sports with
yes,
a big youth organization here in Grand Prairie ISD, GPYFA. What did he instill in you as a child that you still use to this day?
Your size don't matter. I've been small my whole life. I've been small since I say probably when I was born. But he just said size don't matter. Just play your heart out and do what you gotta do to win.
So let's jump into some rapid fire questions, Simon. All right, what is your favorite artist?
Prairie ISD.
Okay, who is that?
It's like a little singer. I just like it because I just feel it mellow, calm me down.
So what time frame? Are they a new artist or are they?
It's new.
Okay, one more time.
Brent Fayez.
Brent Fayez.
Yes, sir.
Okay, interesting. I'll have to look that up. Favorite pro athlete of all time?
Deion Sanders.
Deion, prime time. You gotta love it.
Yes, sir.
Dog or a cat?
Dog, easy.
Dog, yeah, love dogs. Got that dog in you.
Oh, yeah.
Your hidden talent, do you have one?
Hidden talent? Yeah, I can wiggle my ears, I think. Hold on.
Yeah. Yep. He wiggled his ears, all right. That was good. That's a good hidden talent. Apple or Android?
See, I used to have an Android, but now that I have Apple, I like it. I like it.
I like
Apple,
those iMessages.
Yes, sir.
iMessage games.
Yes, sir.
Favorite food?
Crab legs.
Crab legs are good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you dip them in butter?
Oh, absolutely.
There we go. Melted butter.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I probably say. Okay, I got 2. Is that cool?
Yeah,
All right.
of course.
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans, classic, one of my favorites.
Okay, or the Lion King.
Lion King, also a classic. Gotta love the Lion King.
Yes, sir.
I see you like dogs, you like lions, you like to be, an alpha, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes,
an
sir.
alpha male. All right. Well, we just want to thank all of our listeners, all of our viewers for joining us and watching our show. We also want to thank Coach Anthony Tademy for giving us some time. And also, thank you so much to our team captain of the Grand Prairie Gophers, number 1, Simon Jackson V. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys. And we will see you on the next Grand Prairie ISD Sports Talk.